Respected teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. Good morning. Today I am here to speak a few words on the topic Gandhi's vision of India. The whole country is celebrating 150th birth anniversary of Gandhiji. Gandhiji's teachings and life itself has a message for all of us, even now. Mahatma Gandhi's vision for India was of a country where there would be no exploitation and no religious violence. He called it Sarvodaya, inclusive growth of all, including Dalits and minorities. In Gandhi's vision, there would be no industrialization, no machines, and certainly no modern cities. He strongly believed in that the future of India lies in its villages. He called it Gram Swaraj. Self-reliance is the key to success for a village. That's why he promoted spinning of khadi and manual labor as ideal method to achieve genuine self-rule. In Gandhiji's India of My Dreams, the father of our nation noted that how sanitation was the most ignored thing in villages. Gandhiji highlighted that the sanitation was not just an issue in rural India, but it also affected urban centers too. Our Honorable PM Modi ji started Swachh Bharat Abhiyan to mark Gandhiji's 150th birth anniversary. Gandhiji always stressed on the truth. Gandhiji stated that truth is within us. Truth is divine and beautiful. Gandhiji was also an environmentalist. He always emphasized on the importance of nature and the need to protect it and preserve it. It was not that he was against the development, but he was aware that the nature cannot withstand humans' need greed in long run. Gandhiji believed that our Mother Earth has of enough to feed our need, but not our greed. Thank you.
K. Nisha Kashyap is not available in the meeting, madam. Krishna can begin now. Krishna Daivanavar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, boy. You have kept the button on mute, boy. You unmute yourself first. Yeah, and now begin again.
We should not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If few drops of ocean are dirty, then ocean will not become dirty. Good morning to everybody present here. Today I am here to speak a few lines on the topic Mahatma Gandhiji's vision of India. Mahatma Gandhiji was one of the 20th century's transformative political and spiritual leaders. His vision of India was highly unorthodox. His vision was of a country where Hindus, Muslims, and Christians all were treated equally. His vision was of he associated the Khilafat and non-cooperation movement, keeping Hindu-Muslims unity in mind, even though he faced a lot of criticism because of this. He advanced the idea of unity in diversity and never linked any religion to the idea of the country. Mahatma Gandhiji's greatness lies in their teaching, truth and non-violence, and his economic policy, Gram Swaraj or Sarvodaya. In Mahatma Gandhiji's truth and non-violence, people have a practical universal creed which can unite the whole world in the bond of love and peace. Truth and non-violence form the essence of every religion. Even if a person does not follow any rules of any religion, he can become spiritually great. No religion in the world teaches falsehood or non-violence. Non-violence is the only another name for love, just as violence is only another name for hatred. Mahatma Gandhiji says that there is no God higher than truth. In Mahatma Gandhiji's Gram Swaraj or Sarvodaya is meant for us, that is for India. We can rebuild our economy and become prosperous through Gram Swaraj. Moreover, Gram Swaraj also provides employment to all the villagers in every village. Thus, the problem of unemployment can be easily solved. By dispatching of modernity, Gandhiji hoped that India would succeed in inaugurating a new era unhinged by the trappings of civil law. Today, after 7 decades of Mahatma Gandhi's death, India stands proudly as the largest democracy in the world with potent globalized economy. I want to end my speech with the quote of Mahatma Gandhi. Happiness is when what you think, what you do, and what you say are in harmony. Thank you.
Wonderful boy. The next participant is K. Sai Satvika. Are you ready, girl?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please begin.
Sir, can I start?
Yeah, start.
Respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends, good morning. Today, I will be speaking about Gandhiji's vision for India. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, popularly known as Bapuji, the father of our nation, had great aspirations for our country. He was a great visionary whose thoughts and ideas were simple yet powerful and realistic. Bapuji had said that an eye for an eye makes the entire world blind. Gandhiji wanted India to follow the principle of ahimsa or non-violence, using his ingenious ways of peaceful demonstration. He insisted upon the fact that ahimsa had 100 times more power than himsa or violence, an example being that of the Dandi March. He considered untouchability as an abnormal outgrowth of the Indian social structure, which spelled inequality and exploitation. Unlike the orthodox belief that men are superior to women, Gandhiji wanted to bring about gender equality. He wished India to be like the Ram Rajya, where everyone was treated equally and there was an atmosphere of joy and contentment. Our Bapuji also wished to see a Swachh Bharat, which indirectly results in a healthy and a disease-free society, thereby increasing the working efficiency of our citizens. The same has also been initiated by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. We can say that our Bapuji was a very far-sighted man who saw the future of India through his simple but effective ideas. But we, as people of the modern India, often fail to fulfill these great aspirations. We, in this post-independence era, are indebted to the great freedom fighters who laid down their lives to free India from the tyrant Britishers. I hope that one day a great nation shall rise to be a successful and a prosperous nation. And that day, the great aspirations of our Bapuji and the other leaders shall be fulfilled. Thank you.
Okay, very good, Sai Satvika. The next person is Pratiksha Bilgi. Are you ready, Pratiksha?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just a moment. Begin, please.
So, can I start?
Yeah, start.
Gandhiji is one of the greatest of men born on the earth, also known as father of Indian nation. Today, I am here to express some views on Gandhiji's vision on India on the occasion of 150th birthday of Gandhiji. He always visioned for equality. He wished every citizen of the country, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, sex, will be entitled to the basic facilities of life. He worked for Hindu-Muslim unity. He also visioned to remove poverty and ban untouchability. He wanted the whole world in a bond of love and peace. He believed that truth and non-violence form the essence of every religion. He always said non-violence is another name for hatred, as violence is another name. Non-violence is another name for love and peace, as violence is another name for hatred. He wanted to rebuild India and make India a prosperous country by the policy of Grama Swaraj. He wished that men and women treated equally. Also, he wanted girls and women to come home safely even at midnight. He dreamed for Clean India, which is known as Swachh Bharat nowadays, implemented by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. He suggested everyone to wear hats which were made in India. He always wanted India to be independent and remain prosperous. Gandhiji's vision on India was simple, but it was very necessary to be implemented. Being the responsible future citizen of this country, it's our responsibility to make Gandhiji's vision on India to come true. By saying these few words, I want to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Very good, girl. The next, Rohit Panchmukhi. Are you ready, boy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Respected teachers and all my dear friends, a very warm good morning to all. Today I am here to speak few words on the topic Gandhiji's vision of India. Vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. If you want to be successful in your life, you need to have a clear vision. The very essence of leadership is that you have a vision. It's got to be a vision that you articulate clearly and forcefully on every occasion. You can't blow an uncertain trumpet. Mahatma Gandhi, the father of a nation, had a very clear vision of India. He was the one who gave the idea of unity in diversity. He emphasized the importance of cleanliness by saying cleanliness is godliness. Mahatma Gandhi's dream of clean India is being realized by our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi through Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Gandhiji dreamt of true secular, non-violent society where caste and religion hardly mattered. He fought hard against untouchability and racism. He said that these are the two evils that would divide the society. Untouchability has disappeared from the society, but we need to work harder to realize Gandhiji's dreams of India, wherein women walk fearlessly at midnight on the roads of our cities and villages. Gandhiji united Hindus and Muslims against the British. Khilafat and non-cooperation movements were the examples of his commitment. He was against the two-nation theory that resulted in division of India. Sardar Patel realized Mahatma's dreams by uniting India and Modi ji consolidated by abrogating Article 370. Finally, I want to conclude by saying that we all need to follow his words. Quote, if we had attained the full vision of truth, we would no longer be seekers, but become one with God, for truth is God. Unquote. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rohit. The next person is Roshni. Roshni, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Respected teachers and my dear friends, good morning to all. Today I am here to speak a few words on Gandhi's vision of India. Gandhi's vision of India was an ideal society, that is Ram Rajya. He had high regard for ideals in human life. Without ideals, he says, life can be meaning. Life can have no meaning. Life can have no meaning because there would be no goal towards which human endeavors can be directed. Gandhiji wanted every village to be self-sustained and capable for managing its own affairs and extend to defend itself against the whole world. He advanced the idea of unity in diversity and communal cooperation. He espoused simple living and promoted Swadeshi, the spinning of khadi, and manual labor as an ideal method to achieve ideal society. He immunized Satya and Ahimsa, that is truth and non-violence, and wanted a democratic social order of individual freedom and responsibility. He shunned the idea of capitalist society for exploitation and ceaseless competition. He wanted everybody to learn the handicraft so that there would be no one who don't know that. At last, I want to conclude that Gandhiji was a very Gandhiji, Gandhiji places the greatest importance on the means that are employed to attain a goal. He believed that only fair means can produce a fair end as we wrap exactly as we sow. Mahatma Gandhi was the greatest political and spiritual leader of the modern world. His vision was not only for India but for the whole world and for all the times to come. Thank you.
Very good, Roshni. Shrejal Raut.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I start?
Yeah, begin.
Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. A very warm good morning to one and all. Today I'm very happy to take this opportunity in this great occasion to speak a few lines about Gandhi's vision of India and how he wanted our India to be. Yes, our father of the nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, who is also lovingly known as Mahatma Gandhi. He wanted our India to get freedom in such a way that all the other countries would also want to have their freedom in the way India had, a way through non-violence, honesty, and peace protest. He dreamt of an India where there was no practice of untouchability and prohibition of the drugs and alcohol, which would take India towards a step of a healthier and a happier country. He urged people to use the hand-woven khadi cloth, which would reduce the dependency of the Indian people upon the other countries. He wanted to provide the basic and the necessary education for all the children for their better future and, of course, the better future of India. He wanted to build a nation where there was and each and every person, including the every poor, would feel proud to say that yes, India is my nation, and I feel proud to be an Indian. He wanted the social and the economical equality between the people. Thus, I would like to conclude by saying that today, only due to his great vision of India at that time, there is no space for untouchability. There is right to education for all, equality among the genders, and the campaigns such as the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in our country. Today, our India is progressing towards the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and some of the recent examples are the development of the indigenous bulletproof jacket and the PPE kit for the prevention of the coronavirus. Thus, we must be the change we wish to see in the world. Thank you.
Okay. Very good, students. So here concludes class 9. One of the students has not yet appeared on the screen. K. Nisha Kashyap. If she has come, she can still continue. Nisha Kashyap, have you joined the class?
So she is not interested, it
Okay,
seems.
no problem. Fine, no problem. So here comes the conclusion for 9th standard. Can we move to 10th standard now? All ready? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just a moment, dear student. Give me a moment. Two more teachers are willing to join. Let them come. Everybody? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, dear students, for your patience. Now, can we begin? Andrew, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Andrew, begin, please.
Do you know? Gandhiji was born on Friday. India got its freedom on Friday. And Gandhiji was assassinated on Friday. A very good morning to all the excellencies, my teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, I would like to share my thoughts on Gandhi's vision of India. Great men are born once in 1,000 years. Gandhiji was such a great man. Mohan saw a play about Harishchandra at his young age. Harishchandra's love for the truth and his readiness to sacrifice himself for the truth pressed him very much. In his address at Chatham's house, he outlined the challenges faced by the Indian people in British India. Describing the state of poverty at the time, he explained, nearly 1/10 of the population are living in the condition of semi-starvation. Not even a meal per day, consisting of stale chapati and a pinch of dirty salt. But if India were to govern itself, Gandhiji believed that poverty should be alleviated through service to the villages. As cities does not make India, he said, it is the villages. The princes will come and the princes will go. The empires will come and the empires will go. But the India living in our villages will remain as it is. The Gandhian principle of Sarvodaya, the lifting up of all, guided how Gandhiji believed that poverty should be addressed in a post-independent nation. Gandhi's idea of poverty alleviation was beginning at the bottom of the society instead of top. The UK textile industry was particular increased the poverty in India. A spinning wheel wherein focus on self-reliance rather than foreign imports was a way forward. So, we may belong to different communities, but we must pledge allegiance to one flag, one constitution, and one country, reclaiming our India's multicultural identity. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Abhinandan and M is the next participant. Are you ready, boy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please begin.
A man is but a product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. I want to make a slight change here. A man or a woman is a product of his or her thoughts. What he or she thinks, they become. Good morning, respected teachers and my dear friends. I am Abhinandan from class 10th. So, today we are going to talk about Mahatma Gandhi, a great soul. This man was born on October 2nd, 1869, with no brain at all, like us. But his thoughts, his ideology evolved. As he said, be the change you want to see in the world. He was the change in the country due to which we are able to enjoy various luxuries in our lives with freedom. His thoughts were not as like today. He was a different man. He was way ahead what we are now. He was the one due to which we were able to gain independence from the colonial. One of his thoughts were to remove untouchability because he wanted to introduce the feeling of brotherhood and sisterhood. And another thing was he wanted to give equality to the women. Well, as on today, women have been given the equality, but it cannot be implemented unless there's respect and there's a trust among the people and a feeling of secureness. We all know what is going on in this country, and I don't think this is the right occasion to talk about it. Lepers. He also wanted the lepers, the feeling of not being included in the society was one of the aim he wanted to remove. Because nowadays the youth are facing a lot of problem like depression, anxiety, which will not give the country to develop. It will not create a path so that the country would become a superpower. As you said, where there is love, there is life. I want to explain that unless there's love, there cannot be a path, a way so that to achieve what we want in life. So, wishing him the 150th happy birthday. I salute the great soul, Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you.
Well done, Abhinandan. Next participant is Achal Pandey. Are you ready, boy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Achal, can you please begin?
Good morning to all teachers and my dear friends. Today I am here to throw some light on the topic Gandhi's vision of India. Mahatma Gandhi's vision of India was a country where Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and Christians were treated equally. He advanced the idea of unity in diversity and never linked any religion to the idea of country. He associated the Khilafat and the non-cooperation movement, keeping Hindu and Muslims in unity in mind, even though he faced a lot of problems. Senior journalist Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay examines Gandhi's vision and then approach to these issues. In 1931, Gandhiji spoke at Chatham House about poverty and religious conflict that plagued India at that time. In latest event from Centenary series, speakers discuss Gandhi's global legacy and to what extent there is a re-awakening principles of modern India. Thank you.
Well done, Achal. Alvin, are you ready, boy? Yeah, next participant is Alvin. Alvin, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Teachers, judges, and my schoolmates, please lend me thy ears and thy attention, as I will not be boasting about myself for the next 2 minutes. The man who suffered a very tragic childhood wasn't an extraordinary child. Passed his childhood by always running away from challenges and his peers and colleagues, and unfortunately got married at a very tender age of 13 to Kasturba. Yeah, I'm talking about the man on the note, Mr. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, aka Mahatma Gandhi. Approaching towards the topic, he had numerous visions in his mind to make India a better nation. But as I've been given just 2 minutes to speak on, I would just like to showcase the imperative visions of Gandhi that he had in his mind. Firstly, poverty elevation. Gandhi believed poverty should be elevated in order to make India stand away from the crowd and set its standards high. Today, more than 270 million people in India are lifted out of poverty in just a decade. Secondly, religious pluralism. When it came to India, Gandhi always proved that he had a broad-minded perspective that is aiming to unite Indians regardless of one's religion. Lastly, independence. Finally, Gandhi wanted a free, independent, trustless nation so as to make it a Soneke Sharia that we all know again. Having said that, I would finally like to thank you all for being patient listeners and hope you all will have a great day. Wait, before you leave, let me ask you a question. What do you think? Are we really following the visions of the visionary leader, or has the validity ended long back? Yeah, that's a point to ponder upon. Thank you.
Very good, Alvin. The next participant is B. Kushal Sai. Are you ready, boy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please begin.
Respected teachers, judges, and all my dear friends, a very warm good morning to one and all. As the nation celebrates 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, myself, B. Kushal Sai of class 10, going to speak on the given topic, Gandhi's vision of India. What was actually Gandhi's vision? Was it to make India very rich or to make India conquer the whole world? No, Gandhi's vision was to make India independent and provide justice for all. He wanted a nation with no untouchability. He wanted to raise the standard of living. He just wanted all Indians to live in harmony. In Gandhi's vision of India, he wanted a country in which Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, and all other religions were treated equally, and all of them lived in harmony with equal rights for each person. Gandhiji had a revolutionary idea about making India clean. Revolutionary because he was the only leader of his time who realized that India's emancipation was only possible due to sanitation. Was it just Gandhi's Clean India dream? No, it was not just about sanitation. It was also about bringing people together. It was about how the people of the country came together to reach his goal. In the book of Gandhi's Dream India, he also noted a point that sanitation was the most ignored thing in villages. He also accommodated unity in diversity and never linked any religion to the idea of the country. At last, India gained independence on 15th August 1947. But due to exchange in population, it led to violence and death. Gandhi's idea of a peaceful, free India was not fully realized. At last, I want to end my thoughts by saying a quote of Mahatma Gandhi: "Be the change you want to see in the world." Thank you.
Well done, Kushal. Crystal Fernandez is the next participant. Are you ready, girl?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, begin.
Every new experience brings its own clarity. Sir, can I start from the beginning?
Yeah, begin.
Every new experience brings its own maturity and a greater clarity of vision. It's not the man that makes the vision, it's the vision that makes the man, rightly said by Mahatma Gandhi. Good morning to one and all present here. Today I'm going to speak on the given topic, Gandhiji's vision of India. Gandhiji was a great visionary. The Mahatma envisioned the ideal form of governance as a form of government which involves the empowerment of people at grassroots. Gandhi's ideal state was a non-violent state of enlightened anarchy, where social life would remain self-regulated. In that state, there was no ruler, no subject, no governor, or no government. It just consisted, it was just a perfect state which consisted of enlightened persons following the principles of non-violence. By Satyagraha, Gandhi aimed at a victory of love force over brutal force. His supreme ideal is self-realization or knowing God and merging in Him. Truth is God and God is truth. Love is God and God is love. He also aimed at a self-sufficient village economy where people labor for labor for self-sufficiency, cooperate with one another, respect each other's religious beliefs, and live a life that is altogether healthy. What our leaders what our leaders have introduced today is that is the Atmanirbhar Bharat. The roots are there in his vision. He was very much aware about the inhuman he was very much aware about the conflicts and the bloodshed the world was going to witness because of the inhuman religious barriers. So the whole ideology revolves around this vision, that is, the humanity and non-violence. Thank you.
Well done, Krishna. Dia Revankar is the next participant. Are you ready, girl?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
The
she's
rich
ready.
should simply live so that the poor may simply like to live. This quote by Sri Mahatma Gandhi is an expression of his desire, of his simple thoughts, which appear to be simple but that make a great difference in the way our country develops. A very warm good morning to all the respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. On this special occasion of Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, that is the 151st birthday of this year of celebration, I would like to give a brief description on Mahatma Gandhi's vision of India. Mahatma Gandhi, also known as the Bapu, a father, is the father of our nation, all because of his contribution towards the development, refinement, and reforming India over his over his years of lifetime. He wanted to build a great nation with his ideologies, which are quite similar to the Romanticist movement took place in Europe, that found their way to the British colonies, one of which was our nation, India. Gandhian philosophies were quite supreme in nature, but quite simple to talk and too easy to implement. But then to follow it was very hard. Bapu developed an idea of developing a Swaraj, a Ram Raj. He wanted to develop an unbreakable faith that would unite the country, which could be unbreakable with the national symbol of Khadi. Gandhi has many more ideas to follow in this nation. Gandhi wanted to develop a nation where this quote was very respected, that is, one for all for one, where everyone could live in harmony without developing differences on the basis of ethnicity, religion, caste, creed, etc. Gandhi wanted a nation where the essence of women's struggle was felt and respected. Gandhi wanted to develop a nation where there was a social democratic order and which was republic democratic, and there would be a balance between individual freedom and the social responsibility. His ideals were represented in one of the finest booklets of the world, the Hind Swaraj. At last, Gandhiji wanted to develop a nation which would be at par with all of the competent democracies, economies of this world. I would like to conclude by saying Gandhi's words of wisdom, which were: the tendency of India's contemporary ideologies were to refine the moral ideals of humans by human ideals, which would endeavor and which would direct the human endeavors. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Very good, Dia. I cannot find Gauri Manoj on the screen. Has she joined lately? Gauri, are you there? Okay, Gauri hasn't joined
Sir,
so
Gauri
far.
has Gauri has opted out.
Opted out. Okay, fine. So next participant is KL Sonika. Are you ready, girl?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please begin.
Be the change you wish to see in the world by Mahatma Gandhi. Respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends, good morning to one and all. I am KL Sonika from class 10 and today I would like to describe about the topic Gandhi's vision of India. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, who is popularly known as Bapu, is a very well-known freedom fighter. He was born on 2nd October 1869, which we all celebrate today as the Gandhi Jayanti. He was an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist, and has led several movements in India for our freedom. He gave the unique idea of truth and non-violence to the whole world. He has contributed a lot to our nation, and he visualized India to be an ideal society. He also wrote a book with the title India of My Dreams, which was originally published in the year 1947. He describes India as a nation which has everything that a human being with the highest possible aspirations would deserve to live in it. He wanted India to be a united nation where all the people would be equal and will have the basic fundamental rights. Even the poorest of the poor will also feel that he or she has the right to raise his or her voice against any type of exploitation. There would be no segregation or discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, gender, language, or any other criteria. This was Gandhi's this was Gandhi's vision or dream of India. All will live together in harmony. I would like to conclude by saying that we all should feel that India is our nation and we should be proud of it. Thank you and have a nice day.
Wonderful, Sonika. Next participant is Neeraj Nambudri. Are you ready, Neeraj?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Neeraj, begin.
Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends, a very warm good morning to all. Mahatma Gandhi, a great leader who worked hard for the independence of India, wanted India to be a country where Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, and all other religions were treated equally. He advanced the idea of unity in diversity and never linked any religion to the idea of the country. Gandhi's vision of ideal society is that of a non-violent and democratic social order in which there is a just balance between individual freedom and social responsibility. He has a very high regard for the place of ideals in human life. Without ideals, he says, life can have no meaning because there would be no goals towards which human endeavor can be directed. Gandhi's supreme ideal is knowing God and merging in Him. But this, he admits that it is not possible entirely in today's world as man exists in the flesh and remains subject to its desires. Gandhi was not in favor of industrial civilization not only because it led to severe and wasteful competition for goods and markets leading to colonization of weaker nations and exploitation of the countryside, but also because it led to displacement of manual labor and growing unemployment. He seems to have been extremely anxious that those engaged in physical labor should not be looked down upon and their place should be considered equal to those engaged in intellectual pursuits. He also says that the force of arms is powerless when matched against the force of love or the soul. He believes firmly that satyagraha is an instrument that can be used by all, old and young, male and female, independent of physical strength. Those who use it would have no fear of death. In Gandhi's ideal society, only the weapon of satyagraha would be used to obtain rights or to undo wrongs. In the birth anniversary of the great leader, we should not only listen to the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi, but also we should implement these teachings to our life. I would like all my friends to follow the path of truth and non-violence as Gandhiji followed and make our country proud. Jai Hind.
Very good, Neeraj. The next participant is Renish D'Souza. Are you ready, boy? Renish?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
The ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe every tear from every eye. Respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends, a very warm good morning. As Jawaharlal Nehru, our first PM, has rightfully said, Gandhiji's dream about India is to see that every person feels India as his own country and every citizen is satisfied. Gandhi organized India as there would be no corruption, no anti-societal practice, no discrimination, etc. He dreamed of a country where everyone is equal and untouchability has been eradicated. He believed India was a country where despite such diverse cultures, people would live together and believe they are one. While everyone thought India was to end up in a civil war, Gandhi united the country as one to fight for independence as one people. It's been 70 years since our father of nation has passed, but his vision of India is still being followed. We have come a long way and we have a long way to go. Gandhi's vision has truly come to life today. Nowadays, we respect and understand the people who struggle for us because what we have today is all due to them. Today we enjoy our rights, but we have to also remember our responsibilities. Gandhi's vision of a clean and green India is still to be completed. We should think twice before polluting the environment because it is only possible for us to clean it up again. If everyone understands it is their duty to reduce pollution, clean our environment, the day will not be far where we would not be calling Gandhi's vision a dream anymore. At last, I would like to say, we have come so far, but until there is a tear in a person's single eye, our work is not done. Thank you.
Well done, Danish. The next participant is Puti Suresh. Are you ready, girl?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. He taught us to be the change we wish to see in the world. He taught us where there is love, there is life. He chose the path of ahimsa and truth to make us unite. His life itself is a message for all. A very warm good morning to one and all. A man with such positive thinkings, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, our beloved Bapu, must be having a positive vision for our home, our nation, India. This all began when we found ourselves trapped under the rule of British. Knowing the value of independence and putting in any kind of effort for enjoying the life of independence. But the vision of the great soul was not just attaining independence from the foreign rule, but to be independent from the influence of others. As the name suggests, Gandhi was a Mahatma. His thoughts were far ahead from his presence. The Dandi March, the making of Khadi, the using of charka was not only to defy against the British, but to showcase it to our own people that how important it's to be self-reliant and independent. Another aspect of Gandhiji was to give a strong answer to anger in the form of silence. You become non-violent when you fight with your anger within yourself. Bapu always exclaims that poverty is the worst form of violence and we all must together try and eradicate it. Another different yet debatable aspect was that Gandhi's vision of all people living together irrespective of caste, creed, religion, gender or occupation. But he was also the one who gave acceptance for the division of Pakistan and India. But why can't we take it in a positive way? Forget the past and move on because Bapu's vision was that even after separating, we will be united. It should have been our responsibility to keep up his vision. One nation, one vision, one identity. No nation is perfect. It needs to be made perfect. With this, I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Well done, Spooty. The next participant is Shubham Pujar. Are you ready, boy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Warm greetings to everyone. Ga- Warm greetings to everyone. Gandhiji is widely known for his philosophy and vision like Satyagraha, non-violence, compassion. His talisman help us to move on this contemporary society of complex problems. In the word of Gandhi, I understand democracy as something that give uh, that give the weak same chance at the as the same chance as the strong. He envisioned for a society where the people are guided by self realization, self regulation, and mutual cooperation. According to Gandhi, everyone should get equal justice and freedom. His concept of education was based on varnashrama, based on development of mind, body, and spirit. True education leads to development of character, disciplined life, respect and serve our society, and aware ourselves uh, for our duties. He was against the caste system and untouchability. Untouchability. He, uh, he was against the caste system and untouchability. There are the few ideologies which are stated in the constitution, like Article 40 to uh, to organize panchayat, Article 43 to promote cottage industry, Article 46 to promote education and educational interest in SC and ST. Thank you.
Very good, Shubham. And the last participant for today is you, Mahati. Mahati, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mahati, begin.
What is really needed to make democracy function is not knowledge of facts, but right education. His vision of his vision was to his vision was to upliftment of poor and downtrodden by educating them. Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. So, today I am here to present myself a speech on the topic Gandhi's vision of India. So, yeah, he is the one who we call father of our nation. His full name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Gandhiji was born on 2nd October 1869. He is the Gandhiji independence struggle. He was born on Gandhiji stirred the freedom movement of India till he got independence on 15th August 1947. His independence struggle was based on non-violence. He wanted our nation to be free from bad evils like untouchability, superstitions, dependency. Gandhiji's vision of empowering people, Gram Swaraj, which was successfully adopted by the later government. The ongoing Swachh Bharat mission was the brainchild of Gandhiji. Earth can fulfill the needs, but not the greeds. Yes, it is rightly said. But Gandhiji stressed on the need. By this, Gandhiji has stressed on the need to conserve our environment. It is the very important for us to save our Mother Earth for our future generations. With this, I conclude the visions of Mahatma Gandhiji in a nutshell. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay. Here concludes today's competition. Just a moment, dear students.
Thank you, students. It was a wonderful presentation. We'll let you know the result very soon. Thank you all for the participation.